Hi, welcome back to Money Miles and Sipping Thought. We have another question to ask you. What is SIP and mutual fund? I have been investing. My money is there in SIP and mutual fund, but I still don't know in a very organized one.
How can you not know? You founded Sipping Thoughts.
No, it is not sipping. It is not as simple as sipping thoughts.
So what is a SIP? And in very, very simple terms.
Okay, it's just a way in which you invest. So when you typically invest, or the way we've been investing, is that you get a certain sum of money and then you just go out there and put it somewhere, whether it's an FD or whether it's a mutual fund or whatever.
So who decides? The expert
That's your
decides.
decision.
Yeah.
No, it's your decision with your advisor.
Yeah.
Right? That should I put my money as a lump sum when I've got it, or if I'm a salaried person and if I get my income on a monthly basis, then why should my investment not also be on a monthly basis?
So it's basically like an EMI. You kind of put it in monthly, slowly.
Absolutely. In an EMI, you pay an interest. Here
No,
you
so-
earn an interest
so
because your
SI
money is getting invested.
SIP is a lump sum money, just
No,
put
no,
in
it's-
SIP, or we choose the different investments, smaller
So
investments.
SIP
kitty.
is just a mode, right? There is one way that you've suddenly got a bonus and you go and put all of that money together at one
Okay.
time. SIP is nothing but putting small chunks of money on a monthly basis.
Okay.
Monthly, weekly, fortnightly.
So larger
whatever you want to
investments in
choose.
installments.
That's right. So it's a
Leasing.
larger investment, but you're doing it in installments. Just like you take a loan, it's a big loan, but you pay back as an EMI, as Sukirti said. So SIP is nothing but a method to invest.
So how do we explain it to normal people that why should you invest, or is it the right way to invest, right thing to invest in SIP?
Yes, it is, because see, most of us don't get dollops of money when we start out in our life, right? So you're probably earning 5,000, 10,000 or 20,000 rupees a month. You can spare maybe 2,000 rupees a month.
Okay, so it can be that small. And
Absolutely.
Oh.
It goes down to 100 rupees a month.
Everybody knows I have a big company, and what happens when I save my own money?
Yes.
I feel, how can I go to a financial expert and say, okay, I want to invest few lakhs or few thousands or something. I think most of the people, they shy. They feel shy that how do I go and say that I want to invest only this much. So what do we advise them that, okay, you can go like this, you don't need to feel shy or reluctant, or because normal women, I feel, they don't.
Yes, because
know.
that was a mental block, Nita, because most of us believed, and many of us still believe, that I will start investing when I've earned a lot. So you talk to a 22-year-old, they say, this is not the age to invest. Let me first get to
Let me enjoy.
35.
Yeah.
No, let me just have a sizable amount before I start investing.
Okay.
And that's the mistake you make, because you delay and you lose out on precious time. So you've got to start early. Now, you're not earning that much when you're young. So you start small. So it's like taking baby steps.
And then you know
SIP
also that your
is
money,
baby steps.
yeah, and your money is growing slowly. So you know
Absolutely.
that you've not put in
And
all your
every
money.
year you get an increment, you top up your SIP.
And especially in India where women invest in kitties, I know.
Exactly.
Tanishq actually started taking a minimum of 5,000 rupees every month, or even
Yeah,
lower if
yeah.
I'm not sure. Where you can contribute for 11 months, and the 12th-month contribution comes from Tanishq. And then you have to buy something in gold
Yes.
from Tanishq. And that scheme was successful like anything. That's exactly what an SIP is. An SIP is actually not a new concept. For example, a bank RD, recurring deposit, is actually a been form of SIP only, where you actually contribute every month a small amount of money, unlike doing a FD, when you actually have a lump sum money. Something similar works over here, where you put your money systematically. The advantage it brings to the table is that it helps you to do averaging of your money, which simply means that when you buy in low markets, which is today, you actually buy higher number of stocks, higher number of shares, because your amount contributed is fixed and the markets are down. So therefore, the allocation which you get is higher to one.
Okay, what is the liquidity of it? Normally, again, a woman, tomorrow I get tempted, I want to buy a solitaire, or I want to buy something, and I want to invest. Just
See,
say,
so
what is the
when
liquidity?
you first go to start an SIP, you need to tell your advisor that what is your period of investment horizon. Because as you rightly said, you
There's a
never know
lock-in
when you
period.
may need the money. So depending on your need of money, see, SIP is only a way of investment. Where you actually put your money is dependent on your need of money. So if you think you want to do it for long term, someone wants to plan for his children's education, or could be anything. But if it's long term, then you should preferably do, let's say, higher risk, which means equity asset class. But if you think you need money in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years, you may do a very safe asset class, which you can actually withdraw whenever you want to.
So the good thing about a SIP is just kind of gets you into that routine, investing monthly, and the discipline that you actually require. You know कि तुम्हें पता है कि 2,000 रुपए हर महीने you're going to put away, or you're going to be putting away 5,000 rupees every
Whatever it
month,
may be.
and that could go into any asset class that you want that money to go to.
Depending on your need of money, depending on your risk, how much you want to take, and the longevity of the money which you want to have.
Okay.
So the averaging would work like, for example, that 1 month if prices of gold have fallen, you are actually going to get more gold.
Yes, and then if they're up, it kind of balances out.
Averages it out.
So now
this
if you knew that if markets fall, I get more gold.
So I look at
You
it
will
this
welcome
way.
markets
It also
falling.
helps me not worry about the market risk because I'm buying it every time,
Absolutely.
right? So I'm not trying to decide कि मतलब I should buy now or later. I'm trying to say, okay, you know what? If I'm investing over a long term, sometimes I'm buying low, sometimes I'm buying medium, maybe sometimes I'm buying high. But because I'm doing it consistently, it will average.
Yeah,
out.
so it is something like my next month investment. So if something has gone low, what I'm buying is buying at a lower price.
Absolutely.
So
That's
my
right.
so my
Absolutely.
investment is very
So your
right.
previous month's
Absolutely.
price which you bought expensive also averages out. That's the very advantage of it.
So we can tell the women that stop doing kitty and invest your money in SIP. That's a wise
Or at
thing.
least part of it.
Kitty will give you lakhs, good SIP will give you crores. It's as simple as that.
I think that is the language they understand.